So that brings us up to our next inductee tonight, which has been a long-time mate of mine, Stevie Dwyer. In the late 70s, Stevie Dwyer from Longport. I went and saw his original house yesterday. My God, I wanted to go surfing at the point. But it was actually fun, but the water was 58. That's too friggin' cold, sorry. Especially when you're old. I don't care how good the wetsuits are. So Stevie Dwyer was a pretty top-notch competitor here in the late 70s. ESA, the ECSC, I think he finished in the top 7 like a whole bunch of times. But then he decided, I'm going to California. And it's kind of like me I'm going to California too, from Australia. I've been there 40 friggin' years now. So in 1980, he headed west and decided, I'm going to try and be a pro surfer in the days when it wasn't easy to be a pro surfer. And for an East Coaster to go to California and actually win 3 Rincon Pro-Ams in 81, 83, and 88 is pretty mind-boggling if you think about it. He then went and competed a little bit on the ASP World Tour in 82 and 83 in the days when it was pretty bloody tough. And got as high as being ranked number 33 in the world. He and I became mates. We did a few things together. I got him hooked up with this company called Tropics, and we did the Tropics Grand Prix of the East Coast, where we started in New Smyrna, and then we went to, Myrtle Beach, and we ended up in Ocean City, Maryland. But the thing that was super cool, so in 1983, for all of you in the room that remember, we had a first WCT After Grog event in Atlantic City called the OP Pro East. And Dwyer was the poster. He was the poster. I still have one of those. And then he decided that his new location was Pacifica. Oh, my God. Listen, I've gone surfing in Pacifica. I don't know how he lives there. But I've surfed there with him. And, of course, he was married. He's got a bunch of kids. He's a school teacher. He's been school teacher how many years now, Dwight? 27 years. That's worth a round of applause for being a school teacher. While he's being a school teacher, he's one of the pioneers at Mavericks. Okay, I've never been out there. I've been there. I ain't friggin' going out there. And he charged Mavericks with a whole bunch of that early crew and was invited to the original Mavericks Pros, which, you've seen it, my very good friend Mark Fu died there. This is no lightweight place. And the legacy continues. His son and his nephew have both been invited. And I think what Dwyer was telling me today, that either Colin or Travis got second in the last one. So the legacy continues. And as you heard with my little opening with Skyball, he and I, the three of us, were cruising around today in the Jersey Shore. It's my great honor to bring Steve Dwyer to the stage.
God damn. There's some Jersey in the house. God damn. South Jersey. Skyball, where are you at? There you are. All right, my notes are digital. I got a couple thank yous to South Jersey folks, some names you're not going to know, and I'm going to say thank you to them, and then I'm going to talk a little shit. But it's good shit because it's all thank yous. This night, this organization, it's a great thing, and I'm super stoked to be here. Jimmy Kirk, Brian Heritage, and what he's done with South Jersey surfing. Surf shops, right? Surf shops. How important were they? And Brian Heritage and South Jersey and the surf shops. There's a surf shop in Margate because of the Heritage family and Brian Heritage. And it's on the same block with that surf shop that I grew up with, Reef Surf Shop, and Jim Earl, and all those connections and how important surf shops were to us, right? That's where we learned so much. And yeah, support the surf shops. Forget the online, buy in the shop. Others, Gary Germain, Bob Durr, Keith Eves, Chris Kay, the original steering committee that started this, 4 years ago or so. Surfing families I grew up with in Longport, Bill Mellett and his family, John and Donald McGeckran, Matt McAllister, his family, Chris, Mike, Tony Balanson, and their family. Yeah, all important people to me. I'm here because I kind of connect my connection to surfing with chaos theory. I should not have become a surfer. It's just incredibly unlikely. My parents were Philly folks. My mom, Germantown, my dad, West Philly. My mom just happened to work for this psychiatrist who owned a house in Longport. My parents bought it, and I saw the lifeguards. I saw guys surfing the point, and I was like, I'm doing that. And that's where it all started for me. And chaos theory says that initial conditions and the variables will have a great impact on consequences. So that initial condition of my parents deciding to move to Longport when they weren't beach people. They didn't even become beach people. And neither did my brothers. It was just so incredibly lucky. And then more initial conditions. After surfing for a while, I was 12 years old, surfing 32nd Street, and Skyball's on the beach. Skyball tells some kid to paddle out and get me. I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. If it's not my parents, I'm not coming in. Sends him out again. I come in, Skyball goes, you're okay. You should show up at my surf shop tonight, and I'll maybe give you some shit. I ride my bike over 2 bridges illegally, and I walk away with a Conan the Barbarian T-shirt. I didn't even know who he was. What was Conan the Barbarian? I wasn't a comic book guy. What was that? A O'Neill spring suit, and he gets on the phone with Joey Thomas, a legendary shaper surfer from Santa Cruz, orders me a custom board over the phone. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with all of this. And so I decided to move to California, and the whole pro thing, and Skyball's already connected with PT. He connects me with PT. PT becomes my coach. PT hooks me up with a company that pays his salary to be my coach, and also is the only paying gig I ever had in surfing. I still was mostly in debt to be. I paid for the right to be a professional surfer because a lot more money went out of my pocket than ever came back. Yeah, and PT was definitely getting a cut of that.
Absolutely.
There wasn't much of it to cut, but you were getting some.
It was only 10%, Dwyer. Come on, they take way more today.
I'd expect no less. Okay, I'm incredibly proud to be a surfer from New Jersey, and when I first moved to NorCal for school, becoming accepted at the heavily localized breaks between Big Sur and Mendocino County, Point Arena, Bruce knows Point Arena, it's tough, and you get a lot of hard looks. And so when I got questioned or heckled or hassled, my connection in California was Santa Barbara, so guys always thought I was from Santa Barbara. Well, when I felt safe enough to do it, Yeah, I know I'm an English teacher, but I'm going to use a little foul language here. When I was brave enough and I knew that I wasn't going to get my ass kicked, and they said, fucking Santa Barbara guy, split. And I go, yeah, no, it's worse than Santa Barbara. I'm from fucking New Jersey. You got a problem with that? When it worked out well, what was followed was silence, because Jersey definitely has a rep in California. And I can tell you, because I've lived through it many times, the rep is mostly, we're not afraid of big water, we're not afraid of people, and we can surf. And Jersey guys, they've been in a number of fights up and down the coast, and they just kind of like, if they find out you're from Jersey, they generally don't want to scrap. They just don't. So that kind of worked out. I didn't say it often, but I did say it sometimes. Yeah, I'm from fucking Jersey. You got a problem with that? I'm from Longport, New Jersey. I will always be from Longport, New Jersey. Thank you. Jersey in the fucking house.